Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to morEwish Cuisine. Today I'm sharing a very different kind of project. I am making DIY backdrop for food photography, and I created it for to participate in a challenge which is initiated by Sadra from Sweetographer. She have Instagram and Facebook with the same handle. Please go and check her out. She is so nice and a genuine person, and she is a great help. She have a lot of ebooks, she have a lot more courses, online courses coming in. You can register for that. And since I was making these backdrops, so I thought to share the whole tutorial with you guys today. If you are not into food photography, you can still make this. They turn out so beautiful. They can be a great centerpiece or any wall art for your home. So without further ado, let's go make it happen. So let's start by saying Bismillah. For making this a backdrop, first we need paints. So I bought 3 paints. You can go to any paint shop and ask them to give you a sampler paints in whatever color of your choice. Then I bought these brushes, and I bought this pack from Dollar Tree. This one pack have 2 brushes. Then we need some kind of sponge. I got this bath sponge from Dollar Tree as well because it had like bigger pores. Then I'll be using a little bit of gold paint, and I already have the spray paint, so I'll be using that. We need bowls to hold our paint, and then we need this wooden board. So I went to Home Depot. They have these exterior sanded wooden pieces in 2x2. They have very different other sizes as well. So but we needed the 2x2, and just make sure you get the nicest piece. Some of the pieces were like crooked and broken, so I picked up 2 for this project. Then of course you need speckle. Not of course, you need speckle. I'll show you in the later video, and I bought this one from the Dollar Tree as well. Then she used the speckle tool. I use a paint scraper because I saw her video. It was almost the same. Now we need to prepare, but it's already pre-sanded, so we don't need to do anything. Just clean the surface. So I just spray with the regular cleaner and clean with the paper towel. So for her first challenge, which I missed, she did it back in October. So she put some speckle. Speckle is kind of a pasty thingy which most of the construction people use to fill up the gaps, especially for the drywall. But we are using this speckle to create a texture when we paint over this, so your backdrop have a different kind of texture. So just take the speckle and just try to scrape the speckle in different angles, so you will in the end you will have a different kind of texture, of course, which will enhance your backdrop. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just in different angles, I'm just putting the speckle with the paint scraper. And since I was making 2 boards, so I did the same thing for other one and let it get dry. After that, when it get dry, after like 15-20 minutes, I just took a piece of paper towel and it get the extra crumbles, so I was just brushing that away. Then I have 3 paints, light gray, dark gray, and a white. So I am combining all these 3 paints in a different pattern, but that's the only 3 paints I have. And all the samplers come in eggshell sheen. You don't need a shiny paint for that. So what I did, I am first this one, I'm just the base is white, so I'm just taking a white paint and just I am painting all over the dried that speckle in a different angles. That will create a different kind of pattern or texture too. Then she showed in the second challenge that you take a brush and then you do the stipple motion, so it will create a different kind of texture. So I did a little bit on a different portion of this board. Then I took a piece of that sponge, I wet that sponge and then squeezed the extra water, and then I'm just putting the light gray and the dark gray in on the different spots of my board. Since this sponge have like bigger pores, so for some of the areas you will get that different kind of texture, like algae or like, you know, under the sea kind of a pattern. But again, then just sponge it out, and you can put different colors there. You can just do one tone. And since I wanted to add a little bit of gold, so I just spray the gold on the sponge, and again was going with the texture of the sponge. And I don't want a lot of gold, so I was just like brushing or just smudging the gold. And then I took a little bit of more white and then just lighten the spaces which I think were more darker, and I would repeat the same process with the other board. So the reason I wanted to make two identical, or I would say almost identical boards, was when I am not only taking a top shot, and sometimes I need to take a food shot where I need the bottom of the food and the top of the food, like right now. So that's why I created two boards. You can glue the boards together, but I don't want to miss the opportunity to use the back of the board. So I made two other boards at the back of these boards. So I used the same color, all three colors which I just showed you, but a different technique and a different base. So at night, I when the other board was dried, because this activity is so therapeutic and it's addictive, so I use the two mixture of two colors, the gray color which I previously made. I didn't speckle this board, I just go with the grain of the board and just paint with a brush, then pick both of the color, and with the stippling motion I created this board. So here you can see the stippling of the two gray shades. It's coming and showing up, and since I didn't put the speckles, the grain of the board is showing up and creating a very different kind of a texture. So this is how I created my second board at the back of that board, and I didn't add any gold touch to this one, but it turns out so beautiful. And again, it's I'm staying with the theme, using the same just all those same color. Then I created the third one where I used the lightest of the gray. Again, didn't put the speckle, just brush it with the grain of the board, and then with the sponge technique I just sponged the white and added the gold touch like I showed you before. So this is how I created all my 4 boards by just buying the 2 boards. And if you are thinking to participate in the challenge, it's ending on February 10. Please go and sort her out on Instagram and Facebook. And once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to click on the links to enjoy a lot more videos like this.